therefore all the more reason why we will have a future, because politically the will has been stated. That links me with if the Caribbean and Pacific. To address the Pacific's concern, a high priority, and our working group has indicated, will be the implementation of the Samoa Pathway, the SIDS. We are going to champion a permanent ACP forum on SIDS. We are 31 of the 37, or 32 or 33 of the 39, I don't know. The ACP has to be a home, and a very permanent home, and a mechanism, and find an institutional base by which we champion the cause of the SIDS countries. That is therefore addressing both the Caribbean and Pacific, where we're predominantly there. The other level is touched upon, where we need to have the political commitment demonstrated, not only at the heads of state and government, but it's a chicken and egg. Ministers don't come because they find the meetings are not enough structure to the meetings. We're not sure what is the outcome of the meetings, but we're not feeling the benefits in our countries, etc. There is also now in this century, the 21st century, so many meetings of ministers. Summits are left, right, and center all the time. We have to target what events and what occasions. But a recommendation is going to be adopted that the regional organizations, the African Union in its continental formation, the Pacific in its forum, and CARIFORUM will try to find in the margin of the 2015 post-development agenda, when our heads are meeting and foreign ministers are meeting in New York, to have the side event where they will look at precisely the issues they want to focus on. So we are trying to galvanize the participation. I believe there is to some extent an exaggerated conception of if Europe now is more concerned with Africa than the rest. We have to take the responsibility that ACP as a whole has not been able to. The fragmentation that came in negotiating the EPAs, the Caribbean went in one direction and ran a course very quickly to say it would be able to be the first to sign the initial and to set up the economic partnership agreement. The others had to be much more cautious. We should not have allowed that. Now we're saying how there are common issues, our rules of origin, to accumulate between countries, to look at common investment codes, to look at the regulations, sanitary and phytosanitary, that will be necessary for European market. We have to do that together. We were not strong enough in 2002 to say, these are areas we are best going to utilize through our numerical strength. Now on the produits de commune, basic commodities.
Yes.
Our basic commodities have been too long for buy and sell. The best chocolates are supposed to be coming from Switzerland or Europe. What is the cocoa? The quality of the cocoa, Côte d'Ivoire. The empire found it necessary, British Empire, to establish 2 centers of excellence on tropical agriculture. One for soils was in Trinidad and Tobago, ICTA, the Imperial College of Tropical Agriculture. They wanted to understand everything about the soils of the tropics. The other one was Ibadan, IITA. They wanted to understand everything about the root crops. You know what we did in our first period? Because I was part of the Faculty of Agriculture in St. Augustine for 14 years. We got into destroying the excellence that had been there. The empire found it necessary to understand and know about our agriculture. We decided to fight and squabble about whether it should be this narrow area, rather than looking at the ways in which we would use agriculture base to transform our economy. We have to look at that areas of excellence. And thankfully now, there's a Forum for Agricultural Research in Ghana that has generated knowledge that can be spread. So we have to think more, and again, those cross-regional terms. Let me indicate why, in redefining our vision, we spoke about a transcontinental organization, the A, Africa, looking at sub-Saharan Africa. That entity of Africa, there's a very coherent part of Africa. Now the northern part of Africa, and you can speak of 2 or 3 Africas, Arab Africa, North of Africa, etc., and the desert and the Sahel. We have therefore also in a link in the Caribbean with the Americas. We are a foothold in the CELAC, the Community of Latin American Caribbean Countries. The Caribbean therefore has a role, being in the ACP and also to address the concerns and to bring the links. Guyana plays that role in linking in UNUSUR, etc. The Pacific is on the frontier now that Mr. Obama, as I said, is discovering as their Pacific area. The Pacific Alliance, what the Europe is doing in the transatlantic trade partnership is to try and bring the two to protect each other, the United States and Europe. They are looking at protectionism, and we are not looking enough at how we have our intra-ACP trade of 79, soon to be 80 countries. So it's that focus around maximizing what we have among ourselves and focusing the investment to enhance our value. So the diamond situation in Botswana teaches us the beneficiation. You will not invest here if we do not see the retention of profit, but also if we do not see the processing. How do they tell me Antwerp is the diamond capital of the world? They're only trading in it, you know, they're trading in it. The diamonds that are coming out of Botswana, of elsewhere, okay? So that's the point, how our new thinking about ourselves, it will be necessary to move us forward. I thank you very much and look forward to another occasion when we can build on this. But not only one episode. We are going to be structured in the relationship in how we communicate with the media to let our message be conveyed. Thank you.